Hello and welcome to the next block. This is week one of the second block. Now this is the speed endurance block that we're entering. So we've left behind the pure speed and the speed and power block. We're moving on to speed endurance. So during this block, things start to stretch out a little bit. Intervals get a little bit longer. You might find the intensity has dropped just a tiny bit. And yeah, we're kind of to stretch things out a little bit this time. So just running through what we have on this particular block, you will notice that they've changed slightly. We do this intentionally so that your body doesn't get used to doing the same kind of sessions over and over and over again. So we have mixed things up a little bit. So on Monday we have a run strength endurance session. So we go through a warm-up, then into the main set. Now the main set here is 2 minutes moderate, 2 minutes medium, and 2 minutes mad. Okay, so just to clarify what that actually is, now we're not using our watches for this or using speed or pace or anything like that. We're just going on feel. And moderate is not quite easy pace, it's a step up from easy pace. It's a little bit like marathon pace, so it's a steady pace that you can hold for a long time. Medium is a solid pace. So medium is kind of half marathon to 10k pace, thereabouts, but it's about kind of 7 or 8 out of 10 effort. So it's a solid but sustainable pace. And then mad is as fast as you can go for 2 minutes. Okay, so that might be more like 3 to 5k pace. Okay, so that's what you do. You repeat that through 10 times. And then 5 minutes easy. Now don't get hung up on the paces. So I say this is not pace driven, but no doubt some of you will be looking at the actual pace that you're holding in the splits. Don't be surprised if the pace starts to drop as the session wears on. I mean, this is an hour of intensive workouts, intensive intervals. So they are tough sessions, really challenging, but really valuable. So get stuck into those, see how you find those. On the Tuesday, we have still got double bike day. It's been carrying over from the first block. As you can see there, we've got 3 times 30 seconds hard, 30 seconds easy, and then 3 times 1 minute hard, 1 minute easy, 3 times 2 minutes hard, 2 minutes easy. Then it goes back down the other side again. Now, the hard intervals are as hard as you can sustain for the particular time. So 30 seconds harder should be a bigger effort, a higher power, if you like, than the 2 minutes hard, because you won't be able to hold it for that long. So that's the nature of that particular workout. This one, the second bike session, is sweet spot again. All right, it's now up to 6 times 7 minutes at sweet spot. Okay, it should be doable if you work through the first block in its entirety. Especially, it should be. You get used to the kind of the effort, and obviously you're getting fitter and stronger as we go as well. So the sweet spot efforts should feel doable, but quite challenging, especially as you get towards the late ones. You're kind of looking forward to getting through them and getting them done. If it feels easier than that, or you just can't get to the end, then you need to make some adjustments and maybe dial the power back or dial it up a little bit for next time. But they should really start to feel them bite as you get on to when you've got 1 or 2 or 3 left to go. So that's the way they should feel. Just a quick note in relation to the double bike days, they should be separated by as much time as possible. Ideally, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. Okay, so that will just spread the load out. If you do get those 2 done, then you've got over 2 hours of really good quality bike work done in that day. We're then on to Wednesday, which is the negative split run. Now, you will start to feel it in the legs by now, because you've done a big day Monday, big day Tuesday, big day Wednesday with this negative split run. So the idea of this one then is that you run out at an aerobic pace, so similar to the MMMs, kind of a marathon pace, a steady but sustainable effort for 36 minutes. Okay, you choose it do an out and back course, so you literally run out, turn around and run back. And the idea is that you run out for 36 and you've got to turn around and get back before 70 minutes is up. So you've got 4 minutes less to get back. Okay, so try and judge it as best you can so you don't get back with 65 minutes gone. Otherwise you'll be going too hard on the way back, and that will wear you out a little bit too much. All right, so that's the idea of the negative split runs. So really good, challenging, aerobic Probably just touching just sub threshold, a bit of work there. Again, really good quality there. So Thursday, you may or may not have a swim in there, but it's in terms of biking and running, it's a recovery day. And then on Friday, the bricks are getting longer. Okay, so we're now doing an MMM style brick, similar to the run on Monday. 4 minutes moderate, 4 minutes medium, 4 minutes mad, but I've been soft on you this time and I've put 4 minutes easy in there as well. So that's a proper easy recovery spin towards the end there. You need to repeat that through 4 times. Okay, so really starting to challenge you on the bike there, and then we're trying to generate that fatigue that you'll feel when you start to run off the bike when you're doing your races. So your legs should be nice and warmed up by the end of that bike session. Jump off the bike and you're going to do 25 minutes, building slowly, building the pace slowly, and then the last 10 minutes or so you're going to be running at 10k pace. Okay, 10k pace is a good effort. That's kind of 8 or 9 out of 10 effort. Okay, so good solid finish, and again that's going to effectively be a negative split brick run there. So that's a good brick session, so almost 2 hours of training. On Saturday we are up to 800s. Okay, so the time, the pace of these 800s should be the same as the pace that you've been doing the 400s at. Again, if you've been following the plan through, then these paces shouldn't be too much of a shock to you, because you've taken the progression up until this point. So 8 times 800. If you've got no idea what your pace should be, then just what you're trying to aim for is a pace that is really challenging, but you can get through the intervals. Okay, you're going to look forward to the finishing and you're going to be working hard, don't get me wrong, but you can get through them. All right, so just try and judge that out. It's really important that you warm up well for these sessions, so just make sure that you go through the warm-up, jogging easy for 10 minutes, and then those intervals as described there. Okay, and then just to finish then, 2 hours 30 on the bike, just nice and aerobic, nice and easy. Keep the legs spinning up. Just think about that as time on your bike, time out on the road, rather than aiming for power and that kind of thing. So that's the week this week. The pattern will follow on in a similar vein over the next few weeks. I will try and do another video for next week, but I'll see how that goes. But effectively, it's the same pattern for the next 3 weeks, and then the 4th week will be a dial back recovery week. Okay, so that's it for now. If you've got any questions, then obviously drop a message onto the Facebook group. But yeah, good luck with your training.